If you have ever had to manually recalculate an entire runner show because one speaker ran 5 minutes too long, or because a break was 5 minutes too short, then you know the panic that can set in. In event planning, time is our most critical asset, and static spreadsheets or Word documents, they cannot keep up with the ever-changing timelines, the schedule, the run of show, the agenda that you have at your event. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create dynamic timelines. That means they are self-adjusting in the Ripluo system. And I'm going to show you how to add team instructions, how to add breakout rooms, and how all of it will adjust if you change one small thing. Now let's dive in. Now here you can see that I am straight into the dashboard. And so what I want to do to find my timeline is first I need to go to an event. So we're going to go to the Ripluo Charity 5K, and I'm going to click on the left-hand tab. I'm going to click on Schedules. Now, Schedules takes us to the Dynamic Schedule tool. This tool is awesome. Number one, you can see that I've already got a couple of schedules already pre-built into here. I've got a race day timeline, and I've got a pre-event schedule. So just for congruence sake, I'm going to change this to Schedule. I can either hit enter or I can click the save button that pops up at the very bottom. And then here you can see I've got 6 a.m. until 12 p.m. and this one's 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. So let's just go ahead and change these. But we're going to delete these. We're going to start from scratch so I can show you what it's like to do exactly that. So we've got the create schedule button. I'm going to hit create schedule. I'm going to name this my pre-5K schedule. Pre-5K is going to start pretty early to set up for the 5K, and we want to end it around 8 a.m. and hit create. So now I have a schedule, but I have no moments. Now at Ripluo, and personally, what we believe is that an event is a series of moments, and hopefully they're great, memorable ones, but they're a series of moments that all leads up to an actual great experience. So if I click on add my first moment, I'm going to say that I want to arrive on site at 5 a.m. and it's going to be 15 minutes. And I'm going to put and scout the field, assuming that it's in a field, hit create moment. Now you can see there's a bunch of additional options, but that's at least the minimum that we need for our moment. Now what we can see is we've got a click to add description. So I can add something where I can put either the address if I want to, or I can also save that in the venue location. But arrive on site and I need to find power and find registration location and decide start end point. So we're going to say that that is that. I hit enter. I can change who the person is. So I'm going to put that, and that's going to be me. I'm Sean. The location is going to be on the field, new location, field, hit enter. And then I've got some even additional ones here. So I can add a new moment, or I can, after I scout it out, I can say give and volunteer instructions for setup. That's going to take, we'll just say that one's 20 minutes. Hit create. I can add the location there. I can add the person there, things like that. And then you can see on the right hand here, so over on this right hand side, I've got additional buttons. I can delete it if I need to. Down at the bottom, I've got an additional button, add a header. So after that, I'm just going to say that it's setup time. I'm going to create a header. So now I've got a header that's kind of a barrier, a buffer, or a separator, if you will, within there just to help arrange things. And then I've got additional buttons where I've got the little people button. The people button pops up actually with team instructions. So this is where I can set specific instructions all on the same moment. So the same 15 minutes or the same 60 minutes or the same 5 minutes, I can have different instructions for different teams. So the first thing to do is click add instruction. I've got some suggested teams right here. I've already got some that I already built in. So let's see the water station crew. And I'm going to say set up water table and fill coolers. We're going to hit create instruction. So that's the water station's crew instruction. Now I've got another one. I'm going to select the registration team, print and lay out, or we'll just say like print, final packets, and organize. We'll hit create instructions. So we can edit it, but we've got two different sets of instructions. And now if I close it out, and I can see that here under my moment, which was arrive on site, I've got two new instructions for the registration team and for the water team. So now when I close that down, I can see that right here on screen, I've got something brand new in this moment for arrive on site. it says team instructions where I've got my registration team and I've got my water station crew, and it's right there. So all I have to do is I can expand it and I can see it, or I can collapse it again and we're good to go. Now, if I click the edit button, I have a sidebar that pops out, and the sidebar has some additional items that I can add on here. So I can add another person, like let's say it's one moment, but it's two different speakers or both on stage. So that would be maybe someone interviewing somebody else. You could use it that way. I have an external link button. So I'm going to open up a new tab with Google and I'm going to find my field. So in Atlanta, there is the Centennial Olympic Park. If I spell it correctly, I'm going to go to directions. I'm going to copy and paste that right here as an external link. And I'm going to say Centennial Olympic Park is the name. Copy and paste it in. There's a preview of it. And we're good to go. It saved it for me, and now I can see that it popped in there. Great. If I am planning a conference, then I could add breakout rooms. Or you can use this for different functions within there. If there's different rooms, different locations, you can set them here. I was planning a conference a couple of months ago where in 1 hour, we had 21 different options of breakout rooms. So this was super helpful. So here I can say that I want to have a session. I want to have the stretching session. I can select a person. I can select a location. I'm going to put left side of field, hit save. So I've got breakout 1. I can add another breakout 2. I can go to kids playground warm up for my 5K. So that would be something different. And I can put it's on the playground. Hit save. Great. So I've got that happening right there. And then I have a completely new section down at the bottom right here that says custom fields. If I go to custom fields, now this is a place where in here you can save basically whatever information that you would like to. I'm just going to say drink of the moment for the 5K. What is the drink of the moment? It's a text field. I'm going to hit add field. And so now I can see that I have custom fields that are drink of the moment. And then down here, I can see, okay, well, under this moment, I have the drink of the moment. That's going to be bottled water. I'm going to save it by clicking away, close it out. So now I can see I've got my breakouts. I've got my team instructions. I can pop this up. I've got my bottled water as the drink of the moment. And then if I go to this one and I click edit, there's no drink of the moment. So, we got to add what the drink of the moment is. Maybe that one's going to be Gatorade. So just the opportunity to save whatever information you want. So that is how you would create it from scratch. And then if you already have it in a Word document or in an Excel file, you can just come here and you can just go one moment at a time and add it yourself. But if you don't want to start from scratch and if you don't already have a plan put together, then there's a really cool function that I'm very excited about that should help you save a ton of time. And it is the Buildr AI built-in artificial intelligence event assistant. Think of it as an assistant, someone to help you out whenever you need it. Now, in order to use the Buildr AI Assist, all you got to do is go to the very bottom left and you'll see that here is my Buildr AI Assistant. And then down in the bottom left again, there is a little star button where you can see that there are some pre-written prompt starters so that you can work on your event. So I'm going to go to the schedules and timeline section. And I'm going to go to, let's say I don't want to do my pre-event, my pre-5K schedule completely from scratch. Maybe I'm just going to delete that one and I want to see what the AI tool would do before I delete mine. So create a pre-event schedule for setting up a 5K, starting with scouting the location, setting up registration, and I'm going to hit send. It's going to load. We're going to say, and it should be done about now. There we go. So on the left side, I can see that this is all of the information that I've got right here. And I've got a setup schedule now for my 5K charity run. So this is my setup schedule. So this says 9 a.m. start, but we really want it to be 5 a.m. So I'm going to go ahead and change this to 5 a.m. Should not be ending at 6 p.m. We'll definitely change that one. I can see that I changed it to 5 a.m. It already adjusted the end time to 1:30 p.m. So we've got 5 to 6:30. And we're going to shorten these down because these are each 120-minute segments. It will not take that long to set everything up. And a lot of this is going to be done at the same time. So it's got some tweaking to do, but this is a great place to start so that you don't have to completely start from scratch. So now if I can see, okay, this is 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. I'm going to scout it. I don't need 90 minutes there. I'm going to change this to 15. And so now instead of from 5 to 6:30, that's from 5 to 5:15. And now you can see that every other moment afterwards, this is what's awesome, is every other moment afterwards has now adjusted to the actual time. And so we're good. We're golden. Now we just need to adjust how long this is actually going to take. We don't need 210 minutes to meet with the park officials. So we're going to change that to like 10 minutes. So I'm just going to go one moment at a time and just make some adjustments. Now, one of the other great things about this is you can also rearrange things. You can do that by dragging and dropping a moment, or you can do that by using the up and down arrows, and that's going to adjust the time. So I've got at 5:15 is meeting with the park officials, but let's say that they won't be there for another 10 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and move them down and move this one up. And so now I've got identify water station locations at 5:15 instead. And then that is not going to take 90 minutes. We're going to change that to, say, 10 minutes to walk around. So we've got 5:15 to 5:25, and then I'm going to meet with the park officials. So this is a great way to keep track of all of your information. Where do you need people to be? What do you need them to be doing? What is going to be happening on stage, or what's going to be happening in a breakout room? All of this can go into your dynamic scheduling tool right here within Ripluo. And in a future video, I'm going to show you how to use this public page so that you can share it externally with people. So you have your editor version where you can change things. But if you want a read-only version, you can either get like a PDF version or just a link where people can see what it is that's happening, where it's happening, and they can even filter it. Like, let's say you have this person is going to be in breakout room A during 9 a.m. and then at 10 a.m. they're going to be in breakout room B. They can filter it by room or they can filter it by their name. Now, if you have not already done so, please be sure to go to Ripluo.com and you can create your free account and get started to plan your event right now.